David Nizam. Brownsound. Baksh is a Canadian musician, singer and producer best known as the co-lead guitarist of punk rock band Sum 41. Baksh left the band for 9 years, but returned in 2015. After leaving Sum 41, he became a singer and guitarist in his own heavy metal reggae project Brown Brigade. He also plays guitar for Organ Thieves, with 2 of his fellow Brown Brigade members and the Canadian death punk 4-piece Black Cat Attack. Early years. Born in Ajax, Ontario, Canada, Baksh was heavily influenced by the bands Anthrax, Megadeth and Metallica, which motivated him to play music. Baksh met his future band members, Drake Whibley and Steve Jock, at high school, but he later dropped out shortly before graduation under the persuasion of Drake Whibley that the band was becoming successful. Personal life. Baksh was born and raised in Ajax, Ontario, along with fellow Sum 41 bandmates Cone McCashlin and Steve Jock. His ancestry is Indo-Guyanese. He works with his cousin Vaughn Lull in his heavy metal band Brown Brigade. Professional career. Sum 41 Baksh joined Sum 41 as the 3rd member in January 1998, after Drake Whibley and Steve Jock formed the band in the summer of 1996. In addition to being the lead guitarist, Baksh also provided backup vocals. Baksh went by the name Pleasure in Sum 41's alter ego band, Pain for Pleasure. Baksh also goes by the name Dave Brownsound Baksh, or also Hot Chocolate, probably playing off of both his Indian heritage and brown sound, the name Eddie Van Halen coined for his own guitar tone. He has stated his favorite Sum 41 songs are Mr. Amsterdam, Machine Gun, Pain for Pleasure, and The Bitter End, and his least favorite to play with the band is Pieces. Baksh joined Sum 41 once again on March 27, 2008, at their show at the Cool House in Toronto, surprising all the band members while going on stage for the final encore Pain for Pleasure. Return to Sum 41. On July 23, 2015, Sum 41 played their comeback show at the Alternate Press Music Awards, which featured Dave as a guest. On August 14, 2015, Sum 41 announced via Alternative Press that Dave had officially returned to the band, and will appear on their upcoming album. Brown Brigade. On May 11, 2006, Baksh announced in a statement through his management company that he was leaving Sum 41 for personal reasons. He explained that he could not keep trying to express himself through guitar skills without being a pain to the band. During the post-Chuck hiatus, he decided it was time to move on from Sum 41 and to focus on his side project Brown Brigade, his new band that he founded with his cousin Vaughn and with which he currently plays lead guitar. Brown Brigade's debut album Into the Mouth of Bad, D.Ness was released September 18, 2007 in Canada and Japan only and became critically successful, even though it was not released widely in the US and have not brought the band any outside attention. The band still continues to tour Canada in support of the album. Baksh stated that the band is currently working on new and experimental songs to be released for free on the band's website. The new songs, unlike the band's traditional music, would feature varied music such as punk rock, funk and reggae and not metal like the debut album. In a show that took place on March 27, 2008 in Toronto, Ontario, Baksh joined Sum 41 to play Pain for Pleasure at the end of the show. Some thought this might be a hint of him coming back, however, Drake Whibley said in a YouTube video that Baksh would continue with Brown Brigade. Whibley said that Brownsound is not rejoining the band. He is happy doing his own thing. On September 12, 2008, Baksh announced on the band's MySpace page that he would quit singing for the band, but would remain as the lead guitarist. The band was looking for a new lead singer to work on new material. On November 27, 2009, Baksh announced that due to his cousin Vaughn Lull's involvement in his business, they intended to keep Brown Brigade strictly a studio act, releasing single songs and collaborating in the studio with many different artists, with a small chance of playing live. Baksh's main focus will be the Organ Thieves and Vaughn's main focus will be his new business. equals The Organ Thieves equals, in mid-2008, Baksh started recording and producing his fellow Brown Brigade member Chuck Cole's new project The Organ Thieves. By November 2008, Coles has asked Baksh to join the band for a few live shows, resulting in Baksh joining as a full-time member. He recorded the band's first EP God's Favorite Sons in January 2009. The EP was released for free on the band's MySpace page and was later released into physical copies in March 2009. On the same month, Baksh also joined Canadian hardcore punk outfit Black Jacket for a short UK tour. In October 2009, Organ Thieves began pre-production for their first full-length studio album, with former longtime Sum 41 producer-manager Greg Norrie. Organ Thieves has since become Baksh's main focus as he intends to keep Brown Brigade strictly a studio act. On April 24, 2012, their first full-length studio album, Somewhere Between Free Men and Slaves, was released through Maple Music Recordings. Equipment: he generally plays a Paul Reed Smith McCarty double-cut solid body, but he also plays Paul Reed Smith single cuts and Gibson Les Pauls and also a Gibson Explorer Studio. He uses Dean Markley strings. For his pedals, he uses MXR effects, a Digitech Whammy, and Dunlop wah pedals. He uses Marshall amplification. Discography equals Sum 41 equals, for a full discography, see Sum 41 discography. Some sources consider Half Hour of Power to be a studio album and others extended plays. Equals Brown Brigade equals. Equals Organ Thieves equals. References. External links, Sum 41 official site, Brown Brigade official site.